Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Today we're diving deep into something that might completely change how you think about household chores. And I'm talking about the fascinating brain science that shows why chores actually make children smarter, more successful, and happier as adults. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and save so you can share with your friends later. Okay, let's dig into what's really happening in your child's brain when they're folding towels or setting the table. Scientists have discovered that chores aren't just about getting things clean or teaching responsibility in some vague way. They're actually one of the most powerful tools we have for developing specific brain functions that predict academic success, emotional regulation, and even career achievement decades later. Researchers at Trobe University just published groundbreaking findings in the Australian Occupational Therapy Journal that completely changed how we understand chores and brain development. They studied over 200 families and discovered that children who regularly do household chores have significantly stronger executive functioning skills. What exactly is executive functioning, you may ask? It's basically your working memory, which is the ability to hold and manipulate information in your mind, and inhibition, which is the ability to think before they act and resist impulses. These are the exact skills that determine whether a child can focus during homework, manage their emotions when frustrated, or switch between different tasks effectively. When Dr. Deanna Tepper analyzed this data, she found that it wasn't just any chores that boosted brain function. Self-care chores, like making their own snack or organizing their backpack, and family care chores, like helping prepare dinner or sorting laundry, these specifically predicted better working memory and impulse control. And the researchers believe this happens because most chores require children to plan ahead, self regulate their behavior, switch between different tasks, and remember multi step instructions. Every time your child follows through on making their bed or helping with dinner prep, they're essentially doing a workout for the parts of their brain that will determine their success in school and beyond. Something that really surprised me is one thing that the researchers found. They said pet related chores didn't show the same brain benefits. They think it's because tasks like filling a water bowl or brushing a dog aren't complex enough to challenge developing executive functioning skills. It's the cognitive complexity that matters, not just the act of helping. Now, if you think this brain research is impressive, wait until you hear about the Harvard Grant study. This is the longest running study in human history. They've been following the same people and their families for 85 years, since 1938. We're talking about tracking people from Harvard students in the 1930s all the way through their children and grandchildren today. And one of their most significant findings, the people who were most successful and happiest as adults had something very specific in common from their childhood. They did regular household chores and they started young. Julie Lithcott-Haynes, former dean of freshmen at Stanford University, analyzed this data and found that professional success in life directly correlated with having done chores as a child. And the earlier the children started, the better the outcomes. But it wasn't just about success, it was about happiness, resilience, and the ability to form meaningful relationships. I guess it seems like the most important aspect of chores is the fact that they build the roll up your sleeves and pitch in mindset. These kids learned that they had to do the work of life to be part of life. They understood that everyone has to contribute for the betterment of the whole family unit. When I read this research, something clicked in me. These children were learning accountability not through lectures or consequences, but through daily experiences of being needed and contributing to something bigger than themselves. And if you want to enhance the human-centric skills your children will need for building accountability and executive functioning, don't forget to check out Munamind.com, where we share practical information and fun activities that you can do at home with your children today. Now, here's where the research gets really specific about what kinds of chores actually build these brain benefits. It's not enough to just assign random tasks. The magic happens when children understand that their contribution matters to the family as a whole. Instead of having your child just clean their own room, have them help you tackle the family areas together. Rather than making them responsible only for their own dishes, involve them in the whole process of cleaning up after family meals. The research shows that when chores are framed as teamwork rather than individual responsibilities, children develop stronger pro-social behaviors and higher self-worth. So, what does this research actually mean for your daily life? First, the science is clear that starting early makes a huge difference. Children who begin contributing to household tasks around 4 or 5 show the strongest long-term benefits. The key is making sure your child understands how their help fits into the bigger picture of family life. When they're folding washcloths, they're not just practicing fine motor skills, they're contributing to everyone having clean towels. When they help prepare vegetables for dinner, they're not just learning to use a knife safely, they're helping create a meal that nourishes the whole family. So, what do you think? Does this research change how you think about household chores? I'm genuinely curious. Drop a comment and let me know if you've noticed connections between your child's helpfulness at home and their confidence or problem solving skills in other areas of life. And if this got you thinking about practical ways to build these skills with your children, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Bye!